Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I just got married to a camel, and Manchester City just beat Juventus for the first time ever. What a day. And not only that, because we won, we're the only team in the entire tournament to win 3 games on the bounce, 9 points topping our group, which means we progress in the Club World Cup. I'm so excited. And first off, let's talk about our opponents, Juventus. Giocatore de calcio idiote. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Their defense, absolutely shambolic. Kalulu, thank you for the Puskas-worthy goal. Savona was actually pretty decent. Against Erling Braut Haaland, that one-on-one chance, Erling Braut Haaland didn't quite get his feet together. He was trying to go to the left foot. It was so predictable, seeing it from the telly that he was obviously going to go to his left foot. Savona read that perfectly. But the entire defense of Juventus, absolutely shambolic. Again, this is a Club World Cup. This is pretty much like glorified friendlies in a way. It's in America, no one really gives a shit, and it's for money. Ticket prices are through the roofs. I thought Gonzalez was causing us some problems. I thought he was very good. He's a very good player, especially with his left foot. Koop Miners was exquisite box-to-box player. We know how good he is for Netherlands and for Juventus. Dusan Vlahovic, I was very, very, very unimpressed by Dusan Vlahovic. The first half, absolutely shambolic. You can see why we were hesitant to sign somebody like Dusan Vlahovic while we were trying to get Erling Braut Haaland. I remember we were looking at Vlahovic, we were looking at Danny Ings, we were looking at so many different players. I'm so glad we stuck with Haaland. Yes, he did manage to score, but again, it was after we scored 5 goals. But besides that goal, Juventus wasn't really threatening too much. When Yildiz came on, I thought he was incredibly threatening. And yes, that is me being biased. But overall, Juventus, shambolic performance. Let's move on to City. First of all, Ederson. Oh my Grealish. That pass to Bernardo Silva, absolutely horrendous. But you managed to redeem yourself off of a shot from Dusan Vlahovic himself. That is why I'm saying he had a bad game. Besides that goal against Nico O'Reilly, Dusan Vlahovic was clear basically on a one-on-one. I think it was either Koop Miners or Yildiz who played that little dink pass with the top of his foot there above our defenders. And just that nonchalant little right-handed flick up from Ederson was exquisite. And then the header back from, I think it was Matheus Nunes. That was brilliant, brilliant play. Ruben Diaz, very good, as per usual. Hope you can come back to your best and reclaim yourself as one of the best defenders in the league and in the world. You need to regain your world-class status. Manuel Akanji, let me tell you something about Manuel Akanji. The one-on-ones, the counterattacks that Juventus had, Akanji was reading those balls perfectly. Great composure with his passing, especially with his left foot. However, with the passing, Manuel Akanji, bro, stop passing the ball. Stop trying to pass the ball. You don't have the minerals for that. It's gone. Thank you so much. But please, you tried it like 4 or 5 times and they were all misplaced passes to either Marmoush or Savinho or Doku. Akanji, I love you, bro. Just stick to defending and just pass the ball to Rodri. Next up is Matheus Nunes, a very underrated performance by Matheus Nunes. Defensively sound, bombarding down the right. He is a technically gifted right back. Of course, he's a box-to-box. He was a box-to-box midfielder, and now he's transitioning into a right back. Could City go and get a right back? Yes, potentially, because Ederson just said he's going to be staying in Manchester City, and I'm very, very happy about that. Could we be getting some... Savona was a player that we were looking at. Livramento was another player we were looking at. But honestly, I'm happy with Matheus Nunes. I want him to continue and thrive. He's literally been a sensational player for us at the right back position. Those who do not watch Manchester City would scoff and laugh at the fact that Matheus Nunes is actually considered a good right back. But if you actually watch him, he's incredibly sound. He's very good on the ball. He's technically gifted. His passes with his left foot, exquisite. The combinations that this guy does with Bernardo Silva, with Akanji, with Savinho, with Marmoush, with Erling Braut Haaland, amazing. That assist that Matheus Nunes had to Erling Braut Haaland, it looks like from the television and from a specific angle, it looks like he overhit the pass. I don't think he did. It looks like that because Erling Braut Haaland actually, he kind of scuffed the shot. But that was a great assist by Matheus Nunes and great positioning on that cross as well. This guy bombards forward. He's got so much pace. I love it. Matheus Nunes, underrated performance. And next up, it is the Algerian beast of a left back, Ryan Ait Nouri. Absolutely phenomenal. That first half was absolutely exquisite. This guy's got techers for days. He's basically a left back Gavardio. So basically, Gavardio. He's reminding me of Cancelo before he became a bitch at Manchester City. He's actually so good at getting forward. The passes at this guy, that pass to Jeremy Doku on that goal was that was absolutely perfect. The perfect amount of weight, the perfect timing on that pass. Great positioning by Doku as well. Ryan Aït-Nouri, absolutely stupendous. This guy is weaving in and out of players. He's going left, he's going right, he's going back left. It's incredible to watch. Send Wolverhampton another £30 million because we got this guy for 50% off. £30 million. Oh my god, he's worth at least 60, 65, 70. Next up is Vinicius' daddy, Rodrigo, the current Balon d'Or holder, and what a performance it was. It looks like he didn't do that much, but again, that is the proper role of a center half, doing a lot of gut and cleanup work. It doesn't look like you're even on the pitch to most players because we're all focusing on the attackers, but I play football, man. I notice all these things. I notice the shimmying. I notice the drop of the shoulder passes that Rodri makes. I notice the positioning that he gets to in the midfield. I notice the passes in between two defenders. I notice the passes he makes this way while looking this way. I notice the weak foot passes. I've been noticing all that. Rodri, you can see how fluid Manchester City are with Rodri in the team. On form, one of the, if not the best player in the world, obviously, Mr. Ballon d'Or himself. If he gets another injury in this Club World Cup, I will legit... You know what? I'm not even going to manifest that. Let's just move on. Today was such a weird day for Savinho haters. So happy and so elated in the first half because Savinho wasn't performing well. And in that second half, y'all are nowhere to be found. Ladies and gentlemen, if Savinho and Jeremy Doku can unlock their shooting traits, this squad depth is reminiscent of Centurion levels. This is reminiscent of 2017, 2018, ladies and gentlemen. I am not saying that lightly. I didn't even say this during the treble winning season. This squad depth with the amount of techers that this team has, if Savinho can get onto his left foot more. Okay, this guy was dropping defenders today. I forgot who it was that Savinho dropped on the floor. It was either Kostic or Kelly. I'm pretty sure it was Kelly. But regardless, Savinho, the techers, the silkiness of this guy, the weak foot shot, boom, first time. Ladies and gentlemen, that shot that he had, that goal that Savinho had, to hit that ball first time when it's coming at you with that much speed, with that much spin, and that much unpredictability is absolutely incredible. Savinho was class, but Jeremy Doku was absolutely phenomenal. Where are you, Jeremy Doku haters at? Where are you? You bitches are in fucking hiding. You are all MIA right now. Have that, ladies and gentlemen, to all of you cult-like figures that hate Jeremy Doku, there you go. Have that beautiful, beautiful pass by Aït-Nouri. But the movement from Jeremy Doku will not go unnoticed. Absolutely scintillating. That first touch to go around the defender and that first time finish to the bottom right-hand corner. That second half, he was actually doing a lot more dribbles. He was beating a lot more players. The finishing just needs to be a tad bit, just has to be a tad bit better in that second half. And honestly, if he did that, he would have scored 2 or 3 more goals in that second half alone. Jeremy Doku, Marmoush, Aït-Nouri, that left side with Joško Gavardio checking in right behind them is going to be absolutely filthy. Next up is Bernardo Silva and Tijani Reinders. For Bernardo Silva, I'm not going to be saying too much, just an incredibly solid performance by Bernardo Silva, our captain, our absolutely amazing gem of a Portuguese Messi player. He's absolutely silky on the ball. Great performance by Bernardo Silva. But Tijani Reinders, this guy, that pass to, I think it was Savinho. You all remember that pass that Reinders had, that lofted ball with the inside of his foot just perfectly weighted onto the run of Savinho on the right-hand side in his own half up to Savinho like 30, 40 yards away. Good composure, great at controlling the play, especially in those dense areas in the midfield of the park. Tijani Reinders, those passes that he was doing, the combinations that he was doing with Aït-Nouri, with Cherki, with Marmoush. Oh my god. It's coming back to me. Reinders was the one that passed it to Matheus Nunes before he assisted Erling Braut Haaland. That pass, scintillating. Oh my god, I can't wait for this guy. I can't wait for him and Rodri to hit the ground running. Our strikers, Marmoush, who played the first half, and Erling Braut Haaland, who played the second half. Marmoush was doing really well in that first half, getting into some great positions. That shot that he had that forced a save from Di Gregorio, I think that's his name, the goalkeeper at Juventus, was a great save. I think it was hitting the post, so regardless, it was a bit of a low block, 5 defenders, so the fact that he got that shot off was immaculate. Erling Braut Haaland, though, that touch... You all know what I'm talking about. You don't even need to go find the replay because it's all etched in your heads. This is what this guy can do when he's got a little bit more space than the bullshit that we have to deal with at Manchester City in the Premier League. Every single team, 40 men behind the ball. Absolute pussy-ass football that our opponents play every single time we go to their ground, every time they come to our ground. You see what Erling Haaland can do. His dribbling and his passing, it's so underrated for a guy at his size. You can see what he can do. He can dribble the ball. It's not like he can't dribble the ball. He's a professional player. Those of you the people that criticize Erling Braut Haaland's dribbling ability don't know how to kick a ball. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is Phil Foden and Foden Cherki. First of all, Phil Foden, nothing too much to be said. Obviously, substitute. I'm not going to say too much about substitute players. Maybe more so with Erling Braut Haaland because he came in directly at the start of the second half. But Phil Foden, great goal, great positioning. I'm so glad that he's smiling again. He's scoring goals. This is fantastic. If we can get an informed Phil Foden, that's basically a world-class generationally type player signing immediately for free. Foden Cherki, oh my god, the dribbling skills, that skill, you all know what I'm talking about with the two Juventus defenders on the touchline, okay? Drags it back with his left foot or his right foot and then touches it with his other foot. Megs the other player, just completely bamboozles the two of them. Absolutely scintillating. Foden Cherki, this guy is an absolute gem. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much. This is the end of the video, and of course, if you did make it this far, hit that like button and consider subscribing if you are new. Let me know your thoughts about today's game. Let me know your predictions for Manchester City going forward, and let me know who your favorite performance of today was.